Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. In today's video here we'll be working on a BMW, guys. So if you have a BMW X1, guys, pretty much any generation X1, and you have a problem, guys, you have any of the following codes that you can see in the corner of the video, guys, we'll explain what causes that and how to fix it. Now, we're demonstrating, guys, okay. We're making this video because as a answer to your video requests, okay, you leave comments below, guys, when you have a problem, when we try to make a video for that specific problem. Now, specifically, guys, okay, that will work pretty much on any BMW, but many of you do not know that, and that's perfectly fine. Why it will work on many BMWs? Because the engines work almost the same way, guys. Doesn't matter if you have 4 or 6 cylinder engine, practically, guys, the same operation. The same engine has been used in BMW 3 Series, 5 Series, X3, X5, X1, multiple BMWs, so you can find it in multiple BMWs, even the same engines. Now, we'll explain, guys, what can cause any of those 8 codes and how to fix it. But before we start, any guys, okay, let me introduce you. Any car we get at the show, we make at least 2 to 300 free repair videos. And specifically on BMWs, we make close to maybe 400 or 500 videos. Why we do all that? Simply because our mission at the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to our channel and like the video so we can keep providing that free information, guys. Now, if you need to buy any of the replacement parts or tools to fix that problem, check out the links. They will be shared in the description of the video below for your convenience. Specifically here we have N52, which is a 6-cylinder engine, guys, and we'll explain, okay, what can cause that. Now, we're demonstrating on 3 Series, guys, but even if you have an X1, practically the same way, guys. So, not very complicated to fix it, but you will need to remove your intake manifold, okay? Intake manifold will need to come out. If you don't know how to do that, we have the complete guide video that explains everything from start to finish on our channel. I'll put the link in the description of the video below how to do that on this 6-cylinder engine. You will need to replace your gaskets right here, the ones that between the intake manifold and the cylinder head, guys, because otherwise you can develop a leak, vacuum leak, that's hard to fix. But before you remove the intake manifold, make sure you disconnect your car battery. You will be super close to positive battery wire right here, and when you are trying to replace the sensors, you will be there, and if you touch them to ground, you will see sparks. You can cause damage to the electrical system. You can, guys, also burn engine modules, catch the car on fire, so be careful. And this is the other positive wire for the alternator here. Now, another thing, guys, many of you, okay, do not know that it matters which car battery terminal you disconnect first, positive or negative, and which one you reconnect, so you don't cause damage to your electrical system. We have a video that explains that for pretty much any car, and I'll put the link in the description of the video below. With that being said, guys, you remove the intake manifold and you get to the point that you have 2 sensors, one here, one over there. Those are known as knock sensor, guys. What they do, okay, they monitor the way the engine operates, the combustion inside the cylinders, and if it's premature or if it's late combustion, what is happening, it's going to adjust the timing of the fuel injectors, of the valves, quite a few things, so it can have perfect running engine, guys. And the first sensor controls the first half of the engine, second sensor controls the second half. Now, if you have any of those 8 codes, most likely you have a bad sensor. Not always, but most likely, okay, 90% of the time that we have those codes at the shop, it's a bad sensor. You don't even need to know which one it is, because most of the times they come to one connector and that one connector, guys. Okay, you just remove it, and then you're going to get, you have a special tool that's called female Torx. We'll have the link in the description of the video below. With that tool, you're going to remove the bolts right here in the middle and remove the sensors. When you install the new ones, make sure the cylinder, the engine block wall is completely clean. Wipe out the oil contamination, dust. So make sure that the new sensor, okay, actually contact the engine block really good, okay, and smooth. So hopefully, guys, the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for more help, and see you guys next time.